of them. You're wasting all your time and money on models. Paint what you have.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Model Club TV episode 51. Look at that. It's easy with fingers now. As always, my lovely co-host, Scott Johansson. I am Jason Walker, and we're bringing you your bi-monthly podcast of garage kits and bullshit.
Okay. It's not bi-monthly.
Oh, wait.
Moron.
No, it's bi-monthly.
No, it's not.
What is
It's
it?
bi-weekly, you idiot.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
No, there's no I guess I'm right. It's a you are right.
Might be starting over.
No, we're not starting over. You're leaving this on because I want everyone to see what a moron you are. Okay. He's looking it up. And?
I'm right. You're wrong. I'm leaving
No.
it in.
Bullshit.
Bi-monthly, adjective, happening every 2 months. That's number one. 2, happening twice a month, semi-monthly.
What's bi-weekly say?
That's number 3, occurring, done, or coming once in 2 months. So number 2 is happening twice a month.
No, it's not.
Bi-monthly. It's the definition right there.
No, it's the secondary bullshit definition for morons. Okay. All right.
I have it in bi-monthly as everything. Bi-monthly means it comes out twice a month.
Really? So if you have a magazine that's
Says
bi-monthly.
right there.
Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. A magazine that comes out quarterly comes out what? 4 times
4
a month?
times. Right.
No, it doesn't. It
No,
comes out 4
quarterly
times
comes
a
out
year.
4 times a year.
Okay.
I'm not saying.
So then, and if you have a magazine that comes out monthly, how often do you get it?
Hold on. As much as I don't like Merriam-Webster. Bi-monthly. Definition of bi-monthly. Number 1, occurring every 2 months. Number 2, occurring twice a month.
Okay. No moron in the world. See, the number 2 definition is the moron definition. Okay.
Here we go. Okay. I'm right, and we're both right.
So if you look up right. Jason Walker,
oh my God.
Or if you look up moron,
the second
it's going to say 1, Jason Walker.
The second definition is going to say, don't be friends with Johansson. That's what it's going to say.
Whatever. You're an idiot.
But I'm right there.
What does bi-weekly definition say?
Oh.
No. You started it.
Same thing. Happening every 2 weeks. Happening twice a week, semi-weekly.
Okay. Again, a number 2 moron.
I don't know.
Definition. All right. If anybody agrees with him, don't even put it in the comments. Just unsubscribe. You're a moron.
Merriam-Webster agrees with me.
Merriam-Webster is an idiot. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. The number 1 definition is the definition. If you disagree with this, please just unsubscribe. Get out.
No, don't listen to him. Nobody unsubscribe. Anyway.
Out.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. That was the weirdest start to the show ever. It's bi-monthly. We are a bi-monthly podcast.
No, we're not. We're not.
Twice a month. It says it
we're
there.
Bi-weekly. Okay.
Yes, we are. We're both bi-weekly and bi-monthly.
You're bi-moron. Okay.
You're bi-stubborn.
I'm bi-stubborn. Boy, this would be a great argument.
How are you, Scott?
I'm bi-monthly.
I had surgery. I survived.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy?
It's a scar. Because it's somewhere in the back of your fucking stupid head. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah. So we were going to have somebody, but then we didn't know how this wing was going to go. I'm still sore.
Still sore?
Yeah.
Hey,
it still hurts.
Succotash.
It's still swollen a bit. I have stitches in my mouth right now. They're not all dissolved. So the mumbling may be worse than normal. But we'll see.
It can't be any worse than bi-monthly.
Dude, I'm right.
You're not right.
The definition. Oh God. I only got to see my one tooth. I asked when I woke up. They only showed me one of them. I asked to see it. Pretty big.
Did you smell it?
No. I was too out of it.
Did you lick it?
The cool thing, I got knocked out though. Getting knocked out's awesome.
If you were sitting here right now, you'd be knocked out over this bi-monthly thing. Okay.
I wish I could get knocked out for more things.
I would take a fucking baseball bat to you right now and put you out of your moron misery with Merriam-Webster.
And if I wake up and the editing's done, it'll be well worth it. But that's how it was. Like, yeah, I don't know. All right, so yeah, my surgery went okay. I'm alive.
No one really cares.
They do.
It's me they cared about.
Brian Clark
okay?
cares.
You know what? Don't even try it. Okay. I had 2 major surgeries. People were great. They were worried about me. No one cares about your mouth. You can't talk anyway. And now you don't know the difference between bi-weekly and bi-monthly.
I do know the difference, and I'm correct.
You're not correct.
2 separate dictionary pages agree with me.
The number 2 definition. The number 2, it's the moron definition. The number 2 definition is the moron definition. The number 1 definition is the definition that most people go by. Okay, except for some stubborn iced coffee drinking. Hope you spill it in your lap and your stupid Army of Darkness shirt. Okay.
All right. Anyone else? Army of Darkness. That's my favorite part of the whole movie, and someone made a shirt out of it. Let's get.
I know my favorite part of the movie.
Tell your joke
when it's over.
There you go. All right. Well, winner sent us this most amazing thing in the world. Scott, what did he send us?
He sent us what could very well be our next something T-shirt. Something. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I really like it.
We love it. Thank you. Well, oh my God, this is so cool. Except my one eye is a little weird. You're the one with the lazy eye. If you look at my eyes, he's got that messed up.
How much have you bought from Well Winner? Just curious.
A few things. Not
He's going to draw me however I tell him
he
to.
He made you thinner, and you don't have the lazy eye, and he gave.
Look, I'm wearing a green shirt,
eye.
though. I'm wearing a green shirt. And Jason asked me today why I have a sword. And I think it's because no one escapes my blade. Okay. When my blade cuts, it cuts bi-weekly.
This guy. This guy. God. But thank you.
Well, this is
awesome.
I've actually had people ask us if this is going to be a kit.
I had someone ask me as well.
So, who knows?
Yeah,
maybe someday.
Who knows?
So,
it's so cool though. So cool. And we didn't even ask for it. He just did it.
Tony did a quick drawing of us one time too. That was pretty funny. If we can find it, we should show that. God, it was so long ago though.
Yeah.
But he did a quick drawing of us. It was really funny.
Oh, that's cool.
Someone told me this looks like a TV guide cover.
It does a little bit.
You know? And
Totally
I wanted to do a mock-up TV guide. Spike, are you listening? A mock-up TV guide cover.
I want to do, but Spike, are you listening?
And
farming the workout, of course. Typical.
Yeah. TV guide, and then like worst show ever or something on the bottom. Spike, get creative, okay? So
man,
there you go.
Super cool.
But
Speaking
it is really cool.
Of shows, Scott, have you seen anything? Watched anything? We got a lot of nice comments on our Munsters review.
Oh no, but I was wrong. Daniel Roebuck is not Herman.
No, he's Grandpa. Yes. And I think, not that we're trying to kiss his ass, but I think out of that whole fiasco, Grandpa looks and sounds the best. Like, that I could go with. It is the least offensive thing in the whole trailer. But it hit everybody's nerve. Like, there's people like normally don't talk about
on a limb here.
Oh man,
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would rather watch the 76 King Kong and the Peter Jackson King Kong and King Kong Lives back to back before I spend 5 minutes watching what I think is going to be the biggest piece of shit ever.
How do we make this happen?
There we go.
Wow. Yeah.
How about you? What have you watched?
I finished watching The Boys today, actually.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Boys?
Have they shrunk up? Have they shrunk up? And...
No, not those boys.
Oh,
Not those boys. Have you watched The Boys at all on HBO?
I have not.
Oh.
But now,
season 4.
looking at this photo, there's a ton of STLs of this guy out there.
There are.
Okay.
That's Homelander and Butcher and Huey. But season 4 is worth watching. Still pretty good. Still going pretty strong. I don't know. I didn't like it as much as the other seasons. There's some good, like, gory. It's super gory, but it's kind of, I don't know. There was an orgy scene this season, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's horrible. There's so much crazy shit." And then it happened, and I was like, "That wasn't that. Like, what are you talking about?" Wasn't that bad?
Well, not everyone was in the traveling bondage.
It's like, I think maybe I've seen too much at this point in my life.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah, bye. But I did finish season. I'm caught up on Rick and Morty.
Morty, yeah, okay, good.
Rick and Morty, I'm caught up on, and that show's depressing, and I think I touched on it last time. I've always only seen it as like a one-off, like, here, I'll catch an episode there, and it's all they're doing cartoon funny stuff. The overlying theme of the whole show is life doesn't really, your choices don't matter, because when there's infinite universes, nothing really matters except who you love, who's close to you. And it ends so sad so many different times that I'm just like, it is a knife in the heart all the time. And it is Rick and Morty. It's not what I always expected it to be, and it's just depressing to me. I don't know how kids watch it. There's no way kids should be watching that show at all. So, other than that, I haven't really seen
Mr. Censorship comes in.
Oh no. Well, you're over 18, you can watch it. I just don't. It is not for kids at all. Oh, I did watch Quiet Place 2. Did you see Quiet Place 1?
No, I don't even have quiet. I don't even have a quiet place.
Oh my god. It was the same movie as the first one. It was okay. It was just pretty much the same thing. Shut up.
I watched something, but I don't know what it was.
Really? Cops?
Oh no, I know what it was. So I started watching Agent Carter on Disney Plus. And then they took it off for a while. I couldn't find it, but now it's back. So I'm almost through season 1.
How's that?
I don't know. It was okay. I like it better than I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
didn't see any of those.
Why did I stop watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
You ready for our giveaway?
I'm your Huckleberry.
So we're trying something new for I'm Your Huckleberry from Sweet Life Productions. Jamie Sy suggested we use a random shuffling thing. So we have, let me pull this up, make sure it works. Hey, it's working. Scott, you can't see this, but I can. So we have everyone's name that entered onto a big wheel. We're going to give the wheel a shuffle, and we are going to give it a spin. Scott, tell me when to push the button.
Now.
All right, here we go. This is so ridiculous.
Wheel of Fortune. You're no Vanna White.
Our winner is Martin Weber. Martin Weber, congratulations, sir, on the I'm Your Huckleberry kit from Sweet Life Productions. Martin Weber. Thank you.
You know what's getting better, too? I'm running out of stuff that I have to send.
This is your last thing for a while, I think.
I have something else, but we'll show it next week.
Yeah. So, Martin Weber, congratulations. And again, thank you, Sweet Life, for the I'm Your Huckleberry kit. Beautiful kit.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Yeah, and we will.
Would you say this is the most entries we've had?
It's close. Something? I think it's tied with The Witch. The Witch was right there. I don't remember. It might be the most, but maybe The Witch was like 15. This was, I think we had 19 entries. But
563 subscribers and only 19.
I know, what the heck.
Get on it, folks. It's free stuff.
Free stuff. Speaking of which, our next giveaway. You want to talk about yours? Or do it
No.
last? Okay.
Which
right.
one is mine? The jar?
The jar. Oh, you know what else? The Zotes kick from Ellie Raphael.
Zot.
Zotes. Did we figure that out? I don't know.
I don't want you to look that up in Miriam's website.
No, Miriam won't know what they're talking about. Anyway, thank you, Ellie Raphael. Thank you, Shane McGowan, for getting that to us as well. Randy Van Dyke was the only one to message me, and we worked out a deal. He had a friend coming into town, and they ended up being just like 10 minutes from my house, and I dropped it off, and it should be on its way to Randy right now. Like, he should have it, I think, coming up here soon. He picked it up on Monday, his friend. So thank you, Randy, and I hope you enjoy that. Awesome kit. Some people reached out, like, identifying it, and I don't remember the name at this point. But we have one more to give away if Shane comes through with those parts, with those 2 missing parts. We have one more.
And Sweet Life Productions, again, thanks. It's a very generous giveaway, and had good response on that. So,
okay, we'll do my next one. The next week, this next episode. So we'll push a button for this one, which is Pseudoverse Creations. I have 4 Beach Girls, and a Lady Death. So what we're going to give away, we're going to pull, I think, 4 names next week. So if you're interested in winning, I have it because they're in the box, a Lady Death and a Beach Girl. I'm going to give a combine of Beach Girl and a Lady Death to one lucky winner. And then I'm also going to pull names for the other 3. And there's some tumblers in there. We'll make a prize pack. So in the comments, you're going to have to...
Death.
Beach Death?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Beach Death.
Or Death Beach.
Death Beach. Death Beach. There we go. Death Beach. That's about what... We'll get to that later, actually. So yeah, in the comments, leave Death Beach to enter into the Pseudoverse Creations. Thank you, CG Blade, for donating all those kits to give away. And we're going to pull all those next time. So,
hey, and I want to thank CG Blade. Personally, for not leaving a voicemail this episode.
Nobody did. It was. I think everyone's running around for summer vacation.
See, nobody escapes my knife. See, that's why I've got the sword in the picture.
That is why you have the sword. So,
and CG knows I love him and appreciate all he gives us and
yes,
promotes.
He does. So then the other thing we have to give away is courtesy of Pestilence Lab. And Scott, you had talked about this last week a little bit. Here we go.
Here we go. What are we giving away, first of all?
First of all, for this giveaway, you will receive a small Devonian fossil, quarter scale, correct? And then Gara's Rage. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, that's not too bad.
I was trying to read the name, see?
Oh, okay.
So you'll get these 2 kits for entering Scott's mystery foot contest.
Now, the mystery foot contest could take a couple episodes. We, as you saw a couple episodes ago, Mr. Worthling, because he's a bastard, sent me
of Pestilence Lab. Check him out on Facebook.
Of all these feet, knowing I hate feet. Okay.
From the Witch Kit.
Which he told me today. He did save 8 sets, so I can never blackmail him. The object of this game is guess the number of feet. Exactly.
Of little resin witch feet. How many little resin witch feet are in that jar?
Right. Now, here's the rules. You get 1 guess per episode.
In the comments, not emails.
In the comments. No emails, in the comments. 1 guess per episode. Okay. At the end of the episode, if no one has guessed it, we will take the highest guess and the lowest guess and tell you where you are. Okay. So if you guess high, we'll say it's lower than this but higher than this. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
I think once we get a couple episodes going, people will get how it's going to work.
Okay.
Make a guess
So-
to how many are in there.
Now I'm going to help you out. There's more than 25
It's more than 25
and there's less than 200.
and less than 200. Okay. So people who are guessing, you need to leave a number between 25 and 200.
First one to get, no. If we have an episode where someone guesses the exact amount, and there's more than one, then we'll do a drawing.
Yes.
Then we'll do a wheel spin.
Yep.
Between those 2 or 3 or however many people. So there you go. Gonna give you one more look at it.
One more look. Shake it up. What if you give it a shake and a spin? Oh my gosh. That's just like messed up your computer. So that's our foot contest. We have 2 things. Death Beach. Why are you fucking around? Death Beach. And Death Beach. Start over. 2 giveaways this week. Death Beach for the Sudiverse Creations packs. And then we have Guess the Feet.
Guess the feet.
From
And this could go
Pestilence
on.
Labs.
This is going to go on until somebody
So
guesses.
someone gets it. Okay.
Yep.
So we're good. Okay.
Hmm.
News and reviews, Scott.
News and reviews. Let's start from our friend Michael Reagan.
Okay.
And we have showed these busts. Mike he sent us, I think, the Invisible Man for a giveaway at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And the original 5 were sculpted by
Some
our good
Italian
friend
guy.
Tony Cipriano.
Yeah.
And then Mike has decided to continue the line and wanted a Creature from the Black Lagoon. So this is the newest piece, is the Creature from the Black Lagoon. He still sells all these pieces. They're 1/3 scale, approximately. The first 5 sell for $90 each, and the creature sells for $150. And I'll give you a little explanation on that in a second. I just want to say, so Mike sent me a thanks letter, and the reason he sent me a thanks letter, first of all, is because I did buy, I've always wanted this one, the monster from the Bride of Frankenstein. And I'm sorry, it gets a little washed
Yeah,
out.
they're
It's hard when
solid,
they're
right?
white. They're solid, yes. They're solid.
Okay.
So I think Mike used to sell these a little cheaper, but for those that don't know, the price of resin has almost doubled. Okay. I mean, honestly. So, for $90, this isn't a bad price for as heavy as these are. And I did buy the Dracula because these are the 2 I've always liked the most. And the thing with these is you can paint these up normal, or you could bronze these and they'd look really cool just sitting on the shelf as art pieces, really nice art pieces. So now along comes this bad boy. And this is the newer one. And this is, as you can see, it's bigger than the rest of
Oh,
them.
it definitely is. Yeah.
And it comes with a little nameplate. And I don't know, we're going to really see what happens here.
I'll blow it up. Yep.
So comes with a nameplate. And we got some pictures of Mike's paint up here.
Yeah.
You just want to, really good castings, by the way. I just want to kind of give you an idea on the size. And that, the creature is
Lots
considerably
bigger.
larger.
Yeah.
And so Mike sent me this really nice letter that I'd like to read. Dear Scott, thank you very much for purchasing the Frank and Drac. I really appreciate it. Enclosed, please find my newest release, the 1/3 series, The Creature. After 10 years of negotiating with Tony to sculpt it, he formally bowed out of the project. Fortunately, I know a very talented sculptor / mask maker, Jeff Wehenkel. Jeff, an all-world talent, was kind enough to accept the commission, and I couldn't be happier. The Creature has always been my favorite monster, and he plays a prominent place in my collection. When Tony first offered the bust to me, I felt the Creature had to be part of it. As you can see, it is the largest in the line, and it's appropriate the way he is. It is appropriate the way he is depicted in the film. This also led to it being the costliest to produce. 54 ounces of resin, while the other busts take only 28. I'm going to have one scanned to allow 3D printing to reduce the cost. I hope you enjoy the busts, and I appreciate you and Jason for the work you guys do on Model Club.
Oh,
I wish you both continued success. Take care, Mike. Mike,
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's one coming here too.
Yeah, these are great. So, again, Mike, I appreciate it. They're awesome. Again, pieces like this too are just very little, if any, cleanup. And man, just start painting. Just go at it. Real quick too, and I forgot to put a picture in the slideshow, so I'm just going to put up. Paul sent me this. Because I said this is my favorite, and it is my favorite in the group, and it's the Howler, and it's the Jeff Yeager.
I think
Yeager Army.
With that. Yeah,
I love the Lucky Strike Pack of cigarettes in the helmet. Okay. So, yeah, really cool piece. And I think what I might do, and I have to do some research, military research, of course, but I wonder if the word Talbot should be on the helmet or somewhere, on the uniform.
Yeah.
Where it says the word Talbot might be cool. So I don't know. Paul says paint it.
You got to paint it. Yep.
That's a good one. So anyway, thank you, Paul. This was really awesome. It's cool.
So we're gonna
army green, military green.
We're gonna apologize. We're having internet issues, I think, tonight. Scott's voice is fine. It's just he keeps freezing up for some reason. We can't figure it out. Technical issues. We'll get to it eventually.
Probably on Jason's side.
No, mine's perfect.
I'm watching me and I'm looking good.
All right. Speaking of Paul Gill, there is a joint effort that was announced called Gilbert, King of the Model. And guess what? I have a button already.
Wow, a quick button.
I have a button. Gilbert, King of the Models. You want to explain to everybody what this is?
From what I was told, this is
why did this happen? Is like what's going? Yeah.
Okay, one of the problems, and we talked about this an episode ago or two. Mike Calvert is just having a time with shipping, and it's really costly. And the problem is most of his customers are over here.
Yeah.
So it's almost as much as the kit to ship something over here. So what they decided, I think, is that Mike's still going to do these kits. And then I believe Paul is going to handle the molding, casting, and sending out.
Okay.
And so that's where this has formed into this partnership. And they've always been friends. Yeah. It's not like, there's anything new here.
And it looks like their first announced kit is Judge Dredd from the movie Dredd, which has me completely over the moon. Like, I know you haven't seen it because you're you. But Dredd is an amazing movie, and it's a great action movie. One of the best ever, actually, I think. So to see the movie version of Judge Dredd, you need to watch it. You would like it. It's just a straight up action cop movie, but really well done. And
I'm going to explain this to you again. Next month, I'm going to be 59 years old. My days are limited. I already waste enough time doing this.
Judge Dredd is worth watching. This one. Not the Sylvester Stallone one. But this one is well worth watching. And the kit looks great. I mean, the likeness is right there from what you can see. He never takes his helmet off in the movie, which is the best part of the movie. He stays in character like that the whole time. Well done. I'm really excited to see this happen. And hopefully this solves some of the issues that Typhon was having, which brings us to something from Typhon, correct?
Yes.
And I have that button again.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. Typhon Studios. So he's going out on his own
because-
with this one, right?
Yeah. So because on the Millicent Patrick piece, the creature bust was so beautiful. Mike decided he wanted to release it as a separate bust. And so this is the same bust off the creature, off the Millicent kit, only they added some eyes and a nice little base. It's quarter scale. And there it is. And check out the Typhon website for info.
Okay. I
want to say it's like, and if I'm wrong, Mike, I'm sorry. I want to say he said it's like 40 pounds, Great Britain pounds, and 31 pounds to send it to me. And it comes out to like almost $90 US.
Okay.
So, there you go. But I'll have one of those coming soon. Well, not soon because they're flying them in from the other side of the world. But
I don't know why your camera keeps. Anyway, that's so weird. Never done this before. The Curse of 51. Well, winter update. Besides the awesome picture he made for us, he's got some new kits out, new files.
Yes, and to go along with Tony's fine Mighty Mouse from last.
With a knife, I'm sure. Tony, I'm sure, really happy about that.
Right? Yeah. So Tony's was a flying Mighty Mouse. This is a standing Mighty Mouse, museum standing Mighty Mouse. And so he's got this one now. And the next piece we have is from Dastardly and Muttley and their flying machines. And this is Clunk. So that leaves one more to go, which is Dilly. So we have Muttley, which we showed last episode, Dick Dastardly, and Dilly. Okay. Although, we have to do the pigeon flying somehow. So I'll have to suggest that to him.
All right.
So, and then we also have, and I showed a few of these in the last couple episodes.
Yippee Yappy and Dippy or whatever.
Yippee Yappy and Yahooey and the King. But he added this throne for the King too, which is really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So
so check him out over on CG Trader.
CG Trader and his Patreon. He has a Patreon as well.
Patreon as well. I got. You know what? We got to get that Patreon link up there. I think I keep linking over to CG, so we'll get the Patreon link up.
Yeah, he's a super guy. Just a super guy.
Super guy.
And by the way, thanks to everyone that voiced their support from what we talked about last week about supporting the original sculptor. It seems like you guys are getting it, and that's awesome.
Although when we get to the topic this week, I had to break my rules. I'll talk to you. I haven't even told you this story yet. So, G-Fest. Wait, this is where I get to do the on the road.
On the road with Jason Walker.
Because Scott don't go nowhere. Okay, G-Fest, new hotel. It was at the Hilton. Yes,
Hyatt.
It was at the Hyatt instead of the place it's been for years, which is just kind of a crap, not crappy.
So if you look up Hilton, the number 2 definition is Hyatt.
Oh God. And I think this hotel suits it a lot better. I think they said the rates might go up, so it might throw a little bit into it. But I have a quick little just montage of the room video. I did a quick thing, so I'm gonna edit that in and play it here. And that was G Fest. I really don't spend more than a day, like a couple hours there usually. If I go, it's like the most I get everything I need to in an hour. Really,
You spend more than a couple hours anywhere,
not
other
really.
than Wonderfest.
No.
And
Like
if you had your way, you'd probably go home in a couple hours after Wonderfest.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you were behind the table. And
no,
you could blame
Wonderfest
me.
I really like. I like Wonderfest. It's like everything is super expensive, and I get why it's expensive, and then it's mostly a lot of those little kaiju vinyl toys, and those things are super expensive. It's just there's things that I like. I did pick up from G-Fest from George. I got the Shin Godzilla bust, so pick that up. Thank you, George from Blackheart Enterprises. Just pull it out the bag so people can see it to go along with my other bus. So thank you, George. Pick that up to go along with this one that's still sitting here unpainted.
It's not unpainted. It's started to paint.
Started to paint.
Say who sculpts these? Does it say on the?
No, I don't know. Oh wait, it does. Nicholas Sparger is the sculptor.
There you go.
Nicholas Sparger. So I like Shin Godzilla. I love Shin. So it's a cool. But yeah, G Fest.
Ask me.
It's worth going. Ask you what?
You know.
What?
Have I seen Shin Godzilla?
You have seen it.
No, I haven't.
No? Oh. I don't get it. It's worth going to. I also got Robert Trock's book, Destroy All Modelers. And it has, there we are right there.
What'd you pay for that?
Nothing. He gave it to me for free. Because I was at the show. He was going to give you one, but then said, no, he needed to be here. And I said, I agree with you. So.
Sorry, next time I'll tell my stepdaughter who's having a bridal shower, I can't be here because I got to go get some book that's never going to be worth a dime.
You had the whole day before to go. It was, a weekend.
Oh, yeah. Go the day before when I'm setting up for the whole. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would be divorced and disowned by now, but damn it, I'd have that.
That just means you're a wuss, I think is what it boils down to. You just say, woman, I have G-Fest to go to. So that was G-Fest. It's cool. I got there late on Sunday because I had a lot going on too. So I missed out a lot of the model contest. There was only a couple things left in there, but still tons. I talked, Terry Webb said it was the best show he's ever done there, money-wise. Saw David Voigt, saw George. Everyone seemed to have been having a really good show money-wise. So I think a lot of people had saved up because it had been gone, hadn't happened in 3 years. So like people were raring to go. So I'm just hoping this trend continues for Wonderfest and G-Fest for next year. If people weren't just saving their money for a couple of years. And that, when the next shows come around, it's easy to do. We may have to cut this shorter. My mouth is hurting more than I thought it was. Did you buy anything? Did you get anything else? In the mail? Buy anything? No?
No, that's it.
I did. Okay. Couple things. First thing, I talked about it. Thanks to Chuck Homoka. I got my Creature from the Black Lagoon beach towel. This thing's awesome. So it's only one-sided print, which I kind of figured. It came with a kind of nice chemical smell, so I washed it right away. But other than that, that's a good beach towel. It's awesome. I kind of want the Frankenstein's monster one and the bride. Like, it'd be good to have the whole set.
Because you're such a beachgoer.
I know. These are more for sweat after cutting the grass is what this is more for than. All right. So I got stuck. I had to kill time yesterday, and I ended up in Hobbytown. Found this. Got the Halloween kit from Mobius. I had been looking for this for a while to build for a friend of Jamie and ours, and they had it. So I was like, I'll buy it. It was $40. And
I think that's a reissue. I think they reissued it.
Yeah, they reissued it because it was hard to find for a while, and I just saw it in there, and I was like, oh shit, picking that up. So I picked up the Halloween kit. I'm actually going to paint that one. And
when you were in Hobby Lobby, just curious, how
this
did
was
the
Hobby
paint,
Town.
Hobby Town? I'm sorry. How did the paint supplies look? Are they still look like they're real drained, or does it look
No,
like
they're looking okay. They have more than they normally do, except
Okay.
the Citadel stuff. It looked like they were low on, but Vallejo, they were only missing a couple colors, and like the Mission Model stuff looked okay. Their paint looked like it was okay, tools wise. And I bought a car model. I don't know why, other than I'm a sucker for.
It's like the Batmobile.
Does kind of, but it's like I'm a sucker for like Death Race 2000, and it's got like a big harpoon on the top, and there's spikes all over it, and so like just your future death mobiles. I love them.
Well, it doesn't look very big.
No, it's not. So here's the wheels. There's the wheels. Actually, you can't see, but I'll pull this down. Overhead cam.
Sorry, I'm freezing up anyway. Who wants to see me?
Yeah, I don't know why you're freezing up like that. Okay.
Love your little black fingernail.
That sucks. It's still there. So it comes in a bunch of parts. It is pretty small. I think that's the steering wheel in there. Can you see that?
Yeah, here's I'm gonna do my impression of Jason Holm. Hey, look, here's a screwdriver. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw it. Thanks.
But I think it was on sale. I don't think anyone bought this because I remember last time it was like $80, and then this was $29. So I was like, what the fuck? I'll put it on the shelf and sit it there for months.
It's only money.
Yeah, it's only money. So Madness of the Streets is what it's called.
Which is what we have around here. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, man. Yes. It's not getting any better. So, all right, workbench.
Okay, workbench.
Scott, you got some news.
I do have news. After a little over a year.
Has it really?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's well over a year. I think it was last April we pledged into this. And I could be wrong on that. The Elegoo Jupiter 3D printer has showed up to the Johansson residence. And right now it's out in the garage.
Did it come in a wooden crate?
It is. There's a picture here of the wooden crate. And, yes, it did.
Did you catch hell?
No, I warned her it's coming. And so she texts me and says, your box came. And I go, is it big? And she goes, yeah, it's big. But the FedEx girl was really nice. She told my wife, if you open the garage, I'll put it in the garage. So she opened up the garage and there it is. Cool. Box is upside down. It's right side up now, but it was upside down. So the feet were off of it. Because if you see most of the pictures, you see the feet are on it. But it looks pretty good. So we'll know when I take it out next year.
Cool. Of course. Jamie's going to have a print done before you get that out of the box. I guarantee it. Yeah. Anything else? You build anything? Paint anything? Hopes of painting something?
No, but I did have I want to say that I did go to lunch with Drew, Roberts, and Stephanie. We're in town. He was in town for work. And we went out for pizza, and you didn't want to go because they here. So, but I had a nice time seeing those Wonderfest folks, and it's so rare to see model people outside of that venue, outside of that arena, except for you. So, yeah, it was kind of cool just to hang out. And which leads me also real quick. I'll talk about. I talked to my wife about our Chicago thing.
Oh, okay.
And I do have a wedding in October, so she's thinking September would be the best month for this.
Okay,
so you and I need to pick a date.
Yep, because I know I have a couple concerts lined up already.
Yeah, so we're gonna pick a date in September. It's gonna be a weekend. It's probably gonna be a Saturday.
Okay.
And the only rules I have is that there will be no politics discussed at my picnic, and nobody drives home drunk. So.
Oh, That sounds like no fun at all.
Except for you. You can drive home. Whatever happens, no one cares.
No, that'll be good. We'll figure out a date. Hopefully, I think by next episode.
You know what? You can tell the cop, oh, no, DUI. It says right here in the dictionary, it's not driving under influence. It's,
I want to know who the people were that wanted to take my spot with you. If I didn't do this episode, who were they?
No one wants to take your spot. They want you out. They want you out completely. Okay. Right. They want me. They want to do their own thing.
Oh, but they want to do a show with you.
But they want talent.
Okay.
They don't want some moron that doesn't know what bi-monthly is.
I know exactly what bi-monthly is because it said so in the definition. We're not going into this again. All right. Me for Workbench. Still continuing my pieces here, but I did start the ZBrush class that I paid for. And this is not Tony's class. I have Tony's class. I was having a hard time following it. And Dan Cherney, he's a retired art teacher. And this might be an art teacher brain thing. He said he was having trouble following Tony's. And I said the same thing. Like the things that my brain worried about, he was kind of glossing over. And so he said he had tried this class and it really worked for him. And it's a class on it's an online service, like teaching service, online class service called Udemy, Udemy or something, Udemy. And there's a ZBrush sculpting class on there, and the instructor's great. Once I finish it, I'll give a proper review, and I'll put the link up here somewhere. But I'm learning. I did something. I sculpted something, and I printed it, which to me, like, all I did is this was just messing around with one of the spheres. And I was just testing the brushes out and I want to print something. What are you laughing at?
What?
What are you laughing at? Yeah?
I sculpted something.
What is
that?
It's
a blob. Okay. It's a blob.
Did you print it?
Fucking supports off that funnel, you moron.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm editing that out. But this, I legit made this. And to me,
I made this.
I made something. It's working. So some of the major questions I had from like the undo button and some of this other stuff, just right away, Control how to start over. Yeah.
Control Z.
Yeah. But it was the undo button. It was how do you actually move stuff around? Like the way it just takes it piece by piece. And you can see the screen a little bit. What is wrong?
I want to go into when you were all flustered with it the other day. And you couldn't move it with your stylus, but you can move it
I figured that out 4 lessons later. So it somehow, for people who know ZBrush, and as I'm learning, when you press, there's the gizmo that pops up that allows you to move and this is where my brain was at. Your sculpture in there is called a tool, which for some reason, I don't know why they would name it that. So it allows you to move your tool around, right?
You're a tool.
I am a tool. So, but instead of moving it, it was stretching the piece. But when you click on that gizmo, there's a gear, and inside that gear are different options for the arrows to instead of move, it turns it into twist or and that's what it was. And somehow that was locked on. And I have no idea how it happened or why, but I'm on my way and I feel good about it. To learn something again is. Ugh.
Let me see that.
And for people who don't know, my sculpture background is more abstract stuff like this, and this is what I wanted. Yeah. This is what I want to use.
You know what? I sculpted an ashtray like that when I was in 3rd grade.
I'm sure you did.
For my mom.
That makes a lot of sense.
And what's funny is, well, no, because you have kids. You have a sculpting
we do
part
clay.
of your curriculum. And I'm wondering, how many kids even they won't even think of sculpting in an ashtray.
No, not an ashtray. We've had kids try to make bowls for smoking weed. We've had that happen.
Really?
Sneak that through. But
it was just kind of funny. When I was a kid, it was pretty normal. Kids were making ashtrays to give to their
we made ashtrays in shop class. We had these like these plastic things we had to heat up, and then you like bent them, and it was making ashtrays out of plastic because then they melt on the cigarette when you put the
What a
cigarette.
great idea.
Yeah. Oh, we made beer can lamps. We were supposed to bring a Coke can and make a lamp out of it, but he allowed us to bring beer cans in. I remember begging my dad, like, go get me one of those tall boy, like Miller High Life cans. So we did. So we all walked into school with beer cans to make our can lights. There's no way that would fly.
We all walked into school.
Oh my God. Shop class, junior high in the 80s. Oh my God. All right.
Sticking their hands in the soap.
So, and then I did a couple hours of Brian Clark, helping him paint something, showing him how to use washes a little bit, which was fun. We did that over Facebook Messenger chat stuff.
I like how he decided he overdid it and wanted to strip it.
That was another one, yeah.
And
then
I felt bad for him, but he was having fun with it.
He's doing good. He's doing good. And I think that's it in terms of Workbench. Like, it's just been. Oh, I printed. This kind of goes into the topic a little bit from last week. So immediately we were talking about scanning, and we were talking about how that's kind of recasting. And I had a friend reach out to me and say, "Hey, can you print this for me?" And what was it? Scanned Star Wars action figure. Old one. So I was like, at first I'm like, I didn't know what it was. And then I figured out that it was a scan. And so I bought it off of Cults for $5 was the file. And I kind of wanted to see how, I don't know how to say it, like, to see the quality level of what a scanned, like, just to see what people are doing. And when it comes to something like this, it looks like that's not bad. Like it.
Well, and I don't know how much detail was on the actual original figure.
Right. And there's not a lot. I think there's just enough to where it is. You can tell it's softer in the scan.
Mm-hmm.
And the parts, like the articulation, and they kind of work. It's almost like it should be made out of something else, or you figure out your pose and you glue it. But it's brittle, and I'm afraid those pegs are going to fall off, but it holds together. But I just wanted to see what like people were doing with scanned stuff. And I don't feel good about it that I paid for it at all. Because I think it's one of those things like, shouldn't be doing this. Right? And it fell right into what we were talking about. And then something else happened in terms of scanning is these three guys, these are Beasts of Nurgle. They're Warhammer figures. Now, these are not scanned. These are, and he doesn't even sell these. They're for free on Cults. And what these are they're 3D models that are in a video game that the guy goes in and takes the 3D models and turns them into STL files or object files so that you can print them. And I don't know where that sits either, because these take the place of game pieces that the company, I own the one that's the game piece already. So it's I have already bought these.
So how does it compare?
These are better. And I think it's because the sculpt on the official one that comes like it's more cartoony. And these are a little more like scary, like realistic looking. They're just a different style. And they're not, I can't say that one's better because the other one I like, but I don't know where this falls into that topic either. He's not making any money on these unless someone donates, like, here's tips him $20 for doing the work. They're all for free on Cults, but it's taken away from Games Workshop. I don't know. Like, where does that, like, I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Well, it's so nice to see that our last episode had such an impact on Jason.
I know. And I'm still like, this, and like this guy that's doing these figures has a ton of them up there. And
I'm assuming these are the rare, hard to get figures as well.
but they don't come with the cape, so you have to somehow make the cape. Like this guy has, you know how those old ones had those vinyl capes with it?
Yeah, these were not great figures to begin with when they came out. What a disappointment, really.
And so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this either, because it's stealing. You're reducing the value of something, but are you? Because this in no way replaces the real thing. But for someone who doesn't care, that just wants that figure, it's like, I don't know. What does this go for in real life? I don't know. It's a weird, I don't know. Comment below. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to think. And like, and there's the torso. Like, and I'm sorry for my finger.
Oh, look, you printed two.
Yeah, I did too, just in case this one broke. Because I figured and they are. I thought the joints would just snap off. But.
So is the print is one piece?
No. Princes. These did. These were one piece. Just followed them.
He's got enough holes in there?
Yeah.
Makes it easy to cure, though. What kind of resin is that? Is that
It's that Soraya navy, blue gray.
It's kind of a cool color.
Yeah, I love that thing. Okay, we have an email that kind of goes in with what we want to talk about today.
Okay.
So we don't have a guest. Next time, promise. No guest this time. Hi, Jason and Scott, and this is from Raymond LeGrant. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback for my creature build. So someone just asked me the definition of a garage kit. I replied that this is a kit not mass-produced or licensed by the originator of the idea or creature. So he said, was this correct? What is your definition of a garage kit? Scott, what is your definition of garage kit?
Again, I'll go along with that it's something that's not mass-produced. It was called a garage kit because initially the resin was so toxic, most guys did it in their garage. Okay. I was just gonna Google it just to see what kind of definition is given here.
I don't know if there will be one.
There is actually.
Is there?
People ask, what is a garage kit figure? A garage kit or
wait,
resin
what are you reading?
This is off the internet, Wikipedia.
Okay.
A garage kit or a resin kit is an assembly scale model kit most commonly cast in polyurethane resin. They are often model figures portraying humans or other living creatures. In Japan, kits often depict anime characters. In the United States, depictions of movie monsters are common. Okay. And superheroes and stuff. So, again, it's not a bad definition.
I agree with this definition. I think this is right.
And it's it's not mass produced.
And he says or licensed. It can be licensed, but for the most part, they're not licensed.
True. But now begs the question. When George had Geometric Designs, Horizon, were these garage kits or were these just
those are more mass produced, right?
Yes. So those are you would have to look and say, okay, those are figure kits or
model kits,
resin kits or garage kits. Yet they're still going to fall into the garage kit category.
Right.
So, again, it gets tricky. Like there's a gray area, but now I don't look at a styrene kit as a garage kit at all.
No. It's a figure kit. So there's figure kits, there's garage kits, and I think garage kits leans more towards the early days. And that's what we're talking about is the early days of doing this. When you think of a garage kit, you think of someone doing it in their garage, low, like just for their friends or just for the small community. Not
something that they made that they wanted. And if they sold enough of them to recoup their costs, then they'd pay somebody to do something else they want.
Right.
Now it has turned into how many aliens, how many predators, how many Frankensteins, all this stuff can we do because they're going to make money.
People don't know about garage kits. By evidence of Raymond's email here is that he was trying to explain to somebody. So what we kind of wanted to talk about this episode were the Facebook groups, was the social media side of garage kits and how to get this out there a little more, how to make it easier to find things, how to, promote what we love, promote this hobby, mix it with some of the other things so that it does grow and it doesn't wither on the vine, which it is. Like there's parts of it that truly are. There's parts of it that are being kept alive by certain producers that are making great stuff that keep putting out good things. But it is a shadow of what it was at one point, and it's moving into other areas. So I wanted to start by talking about the Facebook groups, and we're gonna be as, I don't know, how do you want to say this? We're gonna be as diplomatic and
neutral
neutral as possible. And we know that there's drama in every single one of those groups almost, and we're trying to like figure out a way to avoid that. And if, first of all, in the comments below, I want everyone to try and name all of the Facebook groups and all of the places online that you can find Garage Kit information. If anyone has a list, shoot it up there. I want to make like just a spreadsheet of it so that we have it and we can post a Google link to it. And so people can easily find something, or we know where it is. Because I don't know, there's countless groups. There's a group for everything now. And I do not blame, and I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, I don't blame a company for starting a group for their Garage Kit stuff, for their specific thing. That works because you're promoting your stuff. You're getting people to see your kits and promoting what you have, right? And that's fine. When it comes to a general Garage Kit group, what's the best way? How do we get more people involved? How do we get people to see these things? How do we eliminate some of the drama? And I don't want to forget about things like the Clubhouse either, because the Clubhouse is there. I don't go to the Clubhouse that much, and it's more because it's too hard for me. But this goes to a lot of why Facebook took over. Facebook, you flip open your phone, there it is, right? With the Clubhouse, you have to log in, you have to go through and scroll through things. With Facebook, you see this stuff on accident, which is a bad thing about it too, is that you'll see the same thing in 5 different groups. You will only see what the algorithms kind of want to show you. Like I'll miss stuff and I'll be like, well, how did I I don't know what I'm trying to say, what it comes down to, but I want to find a way to make this better for everybody. Scott, thoughts?
Well, some of it goes to the drama, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I'm not going to name names. Okay. But you do have groups that won't show this guy's kit or won't show this guy's kit. So then another group will retaliate and say, fine, I'm not going to show your kit. And the bad thing about that, the people that suffer there to me are the people that, and I'm just going to use, so here I got this. And first of all, as far as I know, Michael Reagan's not involved in any drama anywhere. So that's why I'm going to use this example.
Good.
So I have this Michael Reagan creature bust. Okay. But the people that run Group X have a beef with Michael Reagan. Okay. But now Scott Johansson paints this and just wants to share it with the group, man, share it with the community. All right. Well, but that group won't let anything that Michael Reagan produced be shown on their thing because they got a beef with him.
And you might not even know there's beef.
And I might not even know there's beef. That's the thing. So then my post will get removed and I won't even know why. Okay. And so when it comes to the drama, okay, and trust me, I spent years involved
as a drama queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's not worth it. It's so, and I'm sorry, and I know people that are involved. It's so childish, okay, and it's so dumb, and it doesn't hurt the person you're trying to hurt. Okay, that's the thing. It really doesn't hurt him. other than, yeah, maybe they get some, oh, where do you get that kit? Okay. So
Yeah.
what? Okay. So what? We're all swimming in the same pool. We're all pissing in the same pool. Okay. Basically. And so that's one aspect of it. And that's as far as I'll go into that.
Yeah.
Other than I'll give my opinion, which I don't even like to do anymore. But I think this is childish. And, and I'm sorry. And if I make people mad, it's not my intention because I'm not calling people out. But I just think.
Well, we kind of are.
It's
kind of calling people
It's
out.
childish. And trust me, I've talked to everyone I need to talk to about this and gave my opinion. So they know my opinion.
Yeah.
So whatever. Now I'm going to do the flip side like you just talked about. And I'll name a name because I like the guy and he's a heck of a nice guy. Okay. John LeGrand. Okay. All right. John paints something. He's a kaiju guy. He's a super nice guy. Does nice work. Okay. And John likes to share his work. So John posts to group A, to group B, to group C, group D. Okay. So when I'm scrolling through my news feed, I'm like, John, I don't want to look at your face anymore. I've seen it 20 times. Okay. And I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong because he's not. Okay. Yeah. But what's happening is because of the little, I want to say clicks, because of the drama, because of whatever. Okay. You've taken, rather than having one good central place to go where everyone can go.
Yeah.
Okay. You've broken it off to the guy that runs this company has this site. The guy that runs this company has this site. The guy that runs this company has this site. And again, I'm with you. I don't care if your company has a site that makes sense. Okay.
And please, we're not trying to because I know Mark.
I'm not trying to start anything either.
Yeah, Pestilence Labs just started theirs. That's not what we're focused. That's not what we're talking about.
But what I'm saying is, so you have all these places to go. Now, I had my own beefs with the clubhouse over time. Okay. But I will say this in hindsight, of course, is always 2020. Okay. I felt the clubhouse did a fairly good job. But I think they started to let themselves get a little too influenced by certain producers. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of influenced the content as well. Okay. Which is what happens in the groups as well. It's part of the drama that I was just talking about. But prior to that, and now especially even, the clubhouse was a central place to go.
Yeah. And it's still
okay.
Is.
Now, like you said, it's a navigation nightmare for you. It's not a navigation nightmare for me.
It's more, I don't know if it's
but
I'm tired. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but I'm in front of the computer a lot. Between this, every 2 weeks, I'm spending a lot of time editing. I have for work, I do a lot of computer stuff. I'm doing the ZBrush class. And so sometimes I don't want to be at a computer logged in and have to do through so when I have my Facebook, you can just flip through things and you'll see it. And I wish there was a way to almost make the clubhouse like that. And I don't know.
Well, and what's happened, unfortunately, with the clubhouse, and trust me, there was a time I would have jumped up and down over this because I was mad at them and I was part of the drama. Okay.
Yeah.
But the traffic has really stopped at the clubhouse. And it's the Facebook traffic now.
Yeah.
But again, the Facebook traffic is very, let's just say, clicky.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's not totally clicky, but there are clicks that run the different groups. And as long as you have that, you're going to have both things that I said. You're going to miss things. You're not going to be allowed to show things, or you're in good graces with everyone, so you're going to show your stuff everywhere. And John LeGrand, by no means was I picking on you. I use you as an example because
there's a lot. I'll see the same thing from 10 different.
Yeah. And it's so they want to share, they want to be part of the hobby, and so they put it everywhere. I don't know what the answer is. There's a part of me, and watch, Jason's going to go, oh dear God, no. There's a part of me that says we should make a Model Club TV group and let people post there. Okay. But
But
here's the thing.
that goes right to what we were just complaining about.
It's one more thing.
It's one more
that
place.
you have to moderate, or I have to moderate. Okay. And eventually we'll
right. I
piss
don't want to
somebody off.
I'm so bad at the
Okay.
our Facebook page just because I don't want to do it. I don't want to moderate a page. I'll put the
Mhm.
link up for the show, and that's really it. I'll comment on there once in a while, but I'd much rather have that interaction take place on YouTube and talk to people in the comments there.
Mhm.
I almost want to say Instagram is the answer. And this sounds like,
And I don't even have an Instagram.
and that's
account.
that's what I was just going to say. The older crowd is going to go, no, that's not. But I really think that Instagram is the best place to see things. And if we can just do it, we'll make the Model Club TV hashtag. And if you just post your pictures, anytime you post a picture on Instagram of your model kit, throw that Model Club TV hashtag in there. And if you're following that hashtag, it will come up in your feed. Even if we just talk everybody into going to Instagram and using the hashtag Garage Kit. Like if you go on Garage Kit, I can do it right now. If I go on Instagram and I search, a lot of anime stuff comes up. But because I'll always tag my stuff like Garage Kit, plastic model, vintage model, or monster model, so that stuff kind of comes up. But if I just go hashtag, let me just see what happens. Hashtag Garage Kit. You get, I don't know. There's a Guyver there. There's some anime stuff. And if you just go through there, I think Instagram, you start to see a lot more stuff without the garbage. And you don't have, you know, a lot of that other stuff. And you just get to see good pictures of Garage Kit.
Well, it's just, I see, and again, I don't know that that's the answer, but I'm older. So
Yeah.
to me, that's more confusing, more work that I have to scroll through.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and guys, I'm going to say it, guys have found ways to play games with the Facebook stuff too.
Yeah.
Where they'll bump posts of their stuff up to the top. Okay. And they've been doing this in the clubhouse for years.
Right.
Okay? So that their stuff's on top and whatever.
Well, that's why I think Instagram, you really can't do that. It's
okay. But are you going to see everything on Instagram? That's the thing. Is
no,
everyone
you're
there?
not. But I think
and
it's a way to curate. I think it curates a little better than 50 different Facebook groups.
And I hate to say it, but I miss Buck's site.
Yeah.
Just simply because Buck would put new kits. Okay, now sometimes he'd get someone that said, "Hey, man, don't put my kit on there. I don't want a C&D or whatever."
Yeah, for sure.
But-
when you're talking about specifically new kits coming out,
Mhm.
Buck's site was the best. Like
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
was the
that
best.
was awesome. But it was a lot of work.
But what
for
did
him,
it do?
I'm sure.
It did exactly what we're saying. It took everything and put it in one spot.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know if I don't think we know the answer. That's why we're kind of putting it out to everybody. Let's brainstorm this as a community to try and figure out the best way. And someone might say, "Hey, Clubhouse is the best." I have nothing against the Clubhouse.
And
nothing.
again,
But
I'm
it's
going to
just-
take
It's not this to me.
Yeah, and I bitched about the drama, and I had my say about the drama. Okay, but if there was no drama, okay, and everyone was allowed everywhere, whatever, it was one big happy kumbaya. Okay, it's still, man, it's almost oversaturation because it's, again, how many groups do you need for the same subject?
Yeah.
And it's and unfortunately a lot of guys have the ego where, hey man, I gotta have as many people as I want. What's funny about all these groups, and it was the same thing in the clubhouse too.
You said that with some disdain.
Well, no,
all these
but-
groups.
all these groups, but it's the same 10 people participate.
Yeah.
Or the same 20 people participate.
And it's kind of the same with us. Like you just said earlier. We have
Mhm.
563 subscribers.
which we love every one of
We
them.
love everybody. But
except for the ones that agree with Jason on bi-monthly.
but we only had 19 people And this is maybe I don't want it to turn into 500 entries because it'd be a nightmare. But we only had 19 people enter for the kit. And maybe it's subject matter, but that's usually roughly about how many we get. It's the same people that kind of participate. And I know there's people that, like to just look. I'm one of those. Like, I'm not a big participator unless it's a politics discussion that I'll jump all over you. But it's.
And then he wonders why no one watches this.
That's true. That's probably true. But I want to see it grow. I want to see us change and mix with those 3D printer guys to have it's all the same thing. If people just kind of let it go and let it change.
Well, and there's a lot of resistance, although I'm seeing less and less. Okay.
Yeah.
And really,
I've noticed that too. And just
Jesse
in the last couple of months.
Jesse made a post earlier today about the price of rubber now almost doubling as well. Okay. So if the price of resin
keeps going
and the price of rubber keeps going, okay, you're going to be paying $250, $300 for a 1/6 scale figure. Okay.
And that's not feasible for me, especially with the way things are now.
So what that's going to do is open that 3D door.
Yeah.
Okay. Which sucks because I do still believe that, and I'm not saying nobody can, but again, and I'm just going to throw this out there as an example. The fact that Jeff Yeager takes this out of clay and sculpts this. Okay.
Well, yes.
It is, and there's guys out there that could 3D do it, but it's still just not quite as sharp yet. Yeah. Okay. I mean, some of it is. I'm not saying it all, but so you still have the feel of the clay sculpture.
I was going to say the feel. There's that feel of a resin kit.
Yes.
That, people are going to have to kind of, and I miss it. Like I miss opening a box of future models, the way that thing smelled, how everything just kind of it's a model kit and you just loved it.
I got the box today for these things.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mike cast these solid. And Mike, get a Rotocaster. Okay. All right. Seriously, dude, get a Rotocaster. Especially with the price of resin now.
And you can do those on that desktop one that you have, right? You don't need a big Rotocaster for those.
The mold for the creature would probably be pretty big for the desktop one I have. But the mold for this one, although this would still be a lot of rubber if it was a block mold.
Yeah.
So it's kind of heavy for that desktop one. But still, it's now Paul would turn this by hand and he'd have 4 arms the size of my head.
Oh, but, speaking of Paul, we will be giving his alien away soon. We have an alien coming from Paul as well. It's here from Paul from
Encounters.
Yeah. So we have a pile of giveaways.
Yeah, it's going to take us a while to sort through them all. I think, like I said, I found something today Paul gave me, and I forgot he gave it to me, so I'm going to have to. Well, it's a little knitted Jason figure from Friday the 13th.
Oh, cool! All right,
and the mask even comes off. And a friend of his made them, and so we're going to give one of those away. But yeah, again, I'm not trying to dog anybody on the groups. I'm not saying the groups are bad. I do think the drama's bad, and I know there's people out there that says, "I can't believe that's coming out of your mouth." Okay, and it's like,
do you blame them? I mean, after all these,
no. And here's the thing: I had somebody ask me, well, do you think you've been forgiven for everything you've done? And I said, probably not. There's still people out there that don't like me. Okay. I'm not going to name them. Okay. I give a shit about you. Okay. But because without me, you're nothing.
Oh, really? Okay.
But that being said, I try. I've taken and I've wiped the slate clean. Whether I felt it was my fault or anyone else's, I've wiped the slate clean with everyone but one person. And if you told me you wanted to have that one person on the show, I'd still agree to it and say, okay, and act like a human being and be fine. Okay. That being said,
act like a human being.
I have probably still some people out there that don't like me for past behaviors. You know what? I'm
That's
sorry, I
fine.
wasn't always wrong. I wasn't always right. I maybe was right a lot, but I maybe didn't go about it the right way.
I was right a lot.
Whatever. Okay.
Bi-monthly.
But the thing is, all this splintering. Okay, and I'm not just talking about the drama. It's the splintering. Okay, and I think this splintering in the groups hurt AFM to the point they had to go digital.
Yeah, I mean that's a big splinter. Like, it's a huge splinter to take that away from everybody and turn it into that digital thing where you don't have
who needs to advertise? Who needs to advertise in a magazine? I can go on Facebook and all these groups and advertise.
Right. And you don't have that. The one thing I noticed about AFM being digital, and Terry's going to come on, I think, November. I think that's the new issue should be out around October or November. So we're going to come on after maybe.
So he'll be here in February. Okay.
Yeah. You don't have that shared. Remember when AFM came out? Everyone kind of got it at the same time. And you had your magazine. People are posting pictures of it. You don't get that now. Like when.
Well, yeah, and the first thing you did is you went to the ads to say, what's available here.
Right. And that's the other thing about the splintering of the groups is when it is an ad in a group or someone has a new kit coming out, you're at the mercy of Facebook showing it to you in your news feed. Unless you're specifically, what are you looking at? What's wrong? You look like there's puke in your cup. What's wrong?
There's something in there.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's like little grounds in here or something.
Yeah, you know what's in there? Dog shit from your.
Look at that.
What is that? A sweet tea?
Yeah,
it's probably tea.
Right, mites or something.
Oh my god!
By the way, real quick, just cause I'm an educational guy. So all this time I had this Yeti, right? And I was like, how do you clean this thing? Because it's a pain in the ass, right? Okay, it's a magnetic. They call it a magnetic thing. So I thought it was magnetic because it held so tight. Well, my wife, and it was the other day when we were on the phone, she dropped something. I went in there and said, what happened? Well, it turns out this piece just comes off.
Ooh, the mystery of magnets.
And the mystery of magnets, boom, goes right back into place the way it should. So there you go. A Yeti lesson for morons, because I'm a moron and I didn't know that. But anyway, so back to our subject. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know that there is a good answer.
I don't know. So that's
okay. I mean, you're always going to have people that dislike each other. Okay.
But to that, and I hope I've learned in my almost 48 years now, not everyone's going to like you. And that's okay. Like, God, like, I can't believe people don't like me, but it's true.
Oh, I can believe it.
And that's all right. Like, I'm not for everybody. You're not for everybody. That's for damn sure. And I don't want to see these petty things ruin everything. And the splintering. And again, we're not talking about companies making their own thing, but if there's I don't know, brainstorming, we got to get this solved.
All I'm saying is if I can make up and with someone that we were ready to fight, okay, physically, and if I can make up with someone and that person can make up with me, some of this other shit should be easy.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's life is too short, and this shit takes up too much room. Everyone says, "Oh, it don't bother me. I don't think about that person. I don't think about that person." Oh, really? But they're still banned from your group, so you must think of them somehow. Okay.
And that's,
it's just so stupid.
And that's almost where.
Sorry.
I think Instagram helps, and I hate to harp on this, but I kind of want to experiment with it. Is it takes some of that drama out of everything because it's more. I don't do any politics on Instagram. Like if someone posts something, Instagram I keep for stuff that I like, and I'm not going to ruin it with fighting with people like I do on Facebook. But it's like, because you see the picture, and if it takes that kind of like drama out of there because you're just seeing images, and that's all it is. It's not, and if you follow the right things on Instagram, you don't get a lot of that bullshit that you get with Facebook and other stuff. So I'm going to just put it out there. Anyone who needs help with Instagram, I will gladly help you set up an account or work you through it. Anytime you post an image on there, all you have to do is put the #, hashtag, and put Garage Kit in with your picture in your text, and also put hashtag Model Club TV. And I'll get better at using that. And all you can sign up to follow a hashtag. So anyone that posts anything with those words in there, you'll see in your feed. And so if you just put Garage Kit or Resin Kit, hashtag Resin Kit, it's going to pop up and you'll start seeing that stuff more and more.
So what happens there? So I paint this Wolfman.
Mm-hmm.
The miracle happens. I paint this Wolfman.
The miracle.
And I put it on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I hate to say, but a lot of guys put shit on there. A, they want to share it. They're proud of what they did, whatever. And B, you know what? They all say they don't care, but the pats on the back are nice. Hey man, nice job. Yeah. Hey, whatever. And do you get that on Instagram?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's weird because you kind of like, I don't get a lot of likes on my pictures. I post the records that I listen to a lot on Instagram and I'll get more on there, but you'll get I'll get 20 something responses usually. If it's over that, it's crazy, but I think it's a little more intimate at times on Instagram, seeing some stuff. I don't know. Cause you're not seeing the same thing 50 times. I don't know. I think everyone should try it. I think the Clubhouse, there's a way to make that. I don't know. You'd have to redevelop that whole website into being more mobile friendly.
And even the groups, it's really hard to get. You don't want biased moderators.
No.
And I think to me that's where the Clubhouse failed for a while. Okay. I don't think they're failing there now, but
yes, definitely.
Basically, since I stopped, there's no drama over there. So once in a while, there has been a few, and I've done my best to bite my tongue, and I do normally.
Yeah.
Or if I do chime in, I chime in civilly.
Yeah.
I don't get all wound up crazy.
Well, that's the good thing about it, and I hate to keep sounding like I'm pushing this, but it might be the answer. There's none of that moderator business on Instagram. It's just everything is there. It's just there. And if you don't like it, you don't have to look at it.
For those of you that don't know, Jason bought 100 shares of Instagram stock.
No, I didn't. Actually, it's the opposite. It's owned by Facebook. Worst company in the world. But it's a great way to look at pictures and see stuff.
Hashtag Scott Johansson. Boy, that would be.
We could. Oh, let's start that. Yes. I'll start it. But I don't know. Please, everybody. I hope this wasn't like. I don't want to sound like we're bitching about it either. It comes from a place of love. That sounds non. I don't know.
And to what you were saying too is you want to bring other things into it. So you want to bring the 3D printer guys into it. You want to bring. Sorry. You want to bring miniature guys into it.
Yeah.
As well. And because what the miniature guys like and what we like isn't that far apart. No. Now, yes, you have the miniature guys that like the historical stuff. And you have the gamers. Okay. But you also have the miniature guys that like the fantasy type stuff.
Dude, one of the coolest things with the miniature guys, especially on YouTube, is to watch the diorama builders. The guys that build like tables and they build like little scenes and stuff. Like there is some great information in there that any modeler could use. And it's just the gaming guys talking about building tables, like display tables or gaming tables.
And I'm sure there's stuff we do that they could use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
Although I got to say, some of the stuff I've seen the miniature and the military guys do is just still mind blowing to me. But
yeah, but yeah, if anyone has like an idea,
you go to digital printing real quick. Let me go to digital printing real quick. And if this was a digital sculpt, I could print it this big. I could print it this big. Okay. I hit different genres here or different, areas of the hobby.
I just saw Frankenstein's monster over on Gambody, I think, up for pre-order. 3D, like a little diorama thing, which was kind of cool to see. But yeah, please, if anyone has suggestions and you disagree with us completely, we'd love to hear it. Like, have it out in this comment. We want to get this solved. Again, if there's a better way, like, I really don't feel like moderating the page, so I don't suggest the Model Club TV. Like, that's the central thing, because I just
Do you want to give me that power?
you can have it. You want to moderate it? Go ahead.
No, and here's why. Well, you know what?
I
Could I? Yes, but and here's the problem. I was a moderator in a group. Okay, and the group wasn't my group, and it had its rules, whatever the rules were. Okay, and so what happened is when someone would break a rule, none of the other moderators were doing anything.
And you're the bad guy.
So I'm the bad guy because I deleted your post because you didn't put a price or you didn't, whatever the rule was you broke with your post.
And that's almost where I'm at. Like, if I was a moderator, there'd be no rules. Like,
no, but on the other hand, I don't think we'd want to sit and let some big feud go on either. Okay, and that's
no, but
because people. Here's one thing I did learn.
I like a good argument.
No, I understand because you're number 2 on the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. And this is what I told people about the feuds, and when I've talked to people recently about it, I said, here's the bottom line, and I learned this, okay? In the grand scheme of things, nobody cares.
The grand scheme of things.
Nobody cares, okay?
All
they want is, hey, man, I want my creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, or see, I know my Universal Monsters. Yeah. I want my Frankenstein, okay? Well, the guy that makes this is a real jerk, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that's true. But you know what? I don't care. I want it.
Yep.
Okay. And that's really what happens. So in the grand scheme of things, and I can't tell you how many private messages I used to get telling me, dude, nobody really cares. Just let it go. Yeah, you might be right, but nobody cares.
And now thinking back, don't you wish you kind of just didn't care?
I do. You know, and there was a lot of hypocrisy there. And when they say nobody cares until it happens to them. Okay. Then all of a sudden, hey, okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes down to, well, people are going to buy what they want and they don't care. Well, people aren't going to care till it happens to them either.
Right.
Okay. So it's.
Yeah, we don't know the answer. We just think there needs to be.
I don't know the answer, but I don't know that 100 Facebook groups on garage kits is the answer either.
No.
Again, I'm with you. Companies that want to have a page, well, absolutely, you should. You have a company.
Yes.
Okay. You know, so you got your garage kit Colors US, you get your Gilman Productions, you got your Needful Things, you got whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yep. These guys want to have pages. Absolutely, you should. Okay.
But the community groups.
It's and again, what happens is what I've seen with a lot of the community groups, they do get started by producers or people that have interests, you know, above and beyond just the group.
Okay.
And so what happens is it will trickle in. That shit will trickle in.
So let's think all the ones you can think of right now. What's the one group that's not a company that doesn't put out model kits? Is it just Resin Maniacs? Do they count?
Technically, and again, I'm not picking on Resin Maniacs. Technically, they've put out a few kits.
Okay, so then no. So then they have. Is there any group that's just a group? And this is where, like, and I might not know. Before. I don't know.
This is why I like the Aurora groups. They get a little stringent sometimes if it's the Aurora Monster group and someone posts a superhero and they take it off, you know. But whatever, it's in their rules, so whatever. Okay. But man, you don't see quite the fighting and the stuff that you've seen in the garage kit world. Okay. And again, I'll take my share of the blame for what I was part of and did, but I think everyone can see for 2 years, I have stayed way out of that.
Yeah.
And
to the point where people are mad at you for staying out of it.
There are people that are mad at me for staying out of it. And it's like, too bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to stay neutral. And if I'm friends with so-and-so and you don't like it, or tell me I can't be friends with so-and-so, then I can't help you. Okay. I'm not going to not be your friend, but if you choose not to be mine, then okay. All right. I can't control what someone else does, how someone else feels. Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we're the answer. Maybe it's Model Club TV. Maybe this is the best place people can send their stuff to us. We'll put it on the show. Like I've put everything that's ever been sent to me model wise, unless I somehow forgot it, which has happened. It gets in the gallery at the end and we'll show anybody's stuff. I will never ever like ban somebody or be like, no, you can't. This isn't good enough for our show. Everyone's at different skill levels. I want to show everything. I want to show people having fun with this. So I don't know. I don't think this conversation solved anything. Maybe it got people thinking.
No, and I hope it doesn't create anything either, because I'm not calling any particular individual out. Okay. I'm part of a lot of groups. Okay. There's groups I'm not part of. I chose to leave. There's still a few groups I'm not allowed in. Okay. And again, that's all okay. I'm not sitting here holding a grudge. I'm not sitting here upset about it. I would just like to see one common place where, like Buck's site, where you could go see just what's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe
it's Buck's site.
Well, Buck don't want to do it anymore, but hypothetically, okay.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if we started a group, we could start a photo album that says kits of 2022.
Yeah.
But then I'm not going searching. The difference is Buck went searching. Okay. I'm not going searching. You want your kit in there? Put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, this is a problem you and I have and Terry has. To get people to send stuff in is like pulling teeth.
It's been a lot harder than I thought it was.
And it's like, I'm not asking for anything for free other than a photo.
And that's kind of why this episode, there wasn't a lot. Last episode, we went out and found we got a lot of stuff on our own. This one, I just didn't have time between the surgery and the other stuff, and it's being summer and just trying to get back in the swing of life. It's just, it was hard this week to get to where, like, get stuff. And it would be nice. And people do send us stuff. But again, it's a small group of active people that send us stuff. And it's how
we appreciate. What was weird is at Wonderfest, the amount of stuff we were given at Wonderfest just blew my mind. And again, everybody, Matthew Lawrence, Sweet Life Productions, Gilman, Mark Worthling,
Pestilence,
Shane McGowan.
Yep. CG.
CG.
Jamie Sy. Chuck Kamoka. Like all these.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm telling. Like I really think Instagram's the answer. And I wish more people get on there. Let's start this. Hashtag your pictures Model Club TV. And I'll do my best to like do that as well and be more active on that side of on our Instagram page, which we do have. I just like you know what? I'll post this now. Hold on.
Man, I got the lights on today, so you can see all my cool stuff. You can see my little Aurora ad. Wait, where's that? There it is. Monster stamps there. Mel Blanc print. This I just put up. It's a Joe Jusko art, Spider-Man corner art thing. And if I go up a little bit while Jason's doing this.
All right, here, wait.
That Spectacular Spider-Man with the Green Goblin is my newest of comic covers up there. So there you go. Okay.
I'll take one of this so that we know.
Tour of the room.
behind the scenes. All right. Hashtag Model
You
Club
do know how to
TV.
spell Model Club TV, right?
I've already done it before. Model Club TV, and then hashtag episode 50. Posting it. So we'll see.
Well,
All
okay,
right. That's our episode, Scott. Because
Wow.
that was our one email. We got an email from Phil. We got a bunch of stuff in the gallery. Not a bunch. We got some stuff. It was kind of light this episode. So there's some stuff for the gallery. We'll be back for 52 here in a couple weeks. My last episode before I go back to work.
All right. We'll be back for 52 when?
August.
No, what'd you say?
52. What are you talking about?
Said a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
It's gonna be a couple months. We're bi-monthly now.
It's bi-monthly is twice a month. It's in the dictionary.
I'm not gonna let this go.
We're both not wrong. It works both ways. People are so annoyed right now.
Yeah, with you, because you're so dumb.
It says, everybody Google it. It says it.
I don't care what it says. What's the number one definition? Every other month.
Number one definition and number two definition doesn't mean anything. It's two different
Yes,
definitions.
it does. Yes, it does.
Take the word run. There's multiple definitions for the word run.
You run out and buy a dictionary.
Why don't you run out and get hit
Why
by
don't
a
you
car?
run?
Why don't you run, period, for once in your life?
Wow. Wow. By the way, I did send a few kits out when we had these, and I didn't send them stickers. So I apologize. Folks that want any of the Starlight stuff, and if you didn't get a sticker and want one, shoot me your address again, or shoot Jason your address, and I'll put one in an envelope and send it to you. Or he will.
Oh, yeah. Us. You screw up and it falls on me. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. I hope we get our guest that I've been trying to get. So
Yeah, if we didn't piss off the world with this guy.
yeah, we probably did actually. Please,
I hope we did, because that wasn't the intent.
No, that is not the intention. The intention is to try and consolidate and go from there. We want this thing to work for everybody. We want to keep this hobby going. So, dude, this is fucking killing me.
No one cares. No one cares. You know what'll help?
Not talking?
Why don't you go get drunk?
I can't because I'm on antibiotics.
And I what?
Antibiotics.
That's not what you said.
I said antibiotics.
You said antibiotics.
I say it fast.
You're an idiot. See, this is the problem with bi-monthly and bi-weekly. You're an idiot. Okay?
I'm done with you.
He's an idiot. He's a moron. Okay? Somebody rescue me. Get me off this show. Okay? Somebody get me out.
I don't think anyone else wants to suffer through the abuse you dish out
What?
on a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah, now it's bi-weekly. Oh, when it's too much, it's bi-weekly.
All right. We'll see everybody next time. Take care.
Whenever you're ready, Papio. Jesus Christ. What
Hey, wait,
fucking production this is for a stupid podcast.
Your door's open.
I don't care.
Is someone gonna come in?
Yeah, my dog maybe.
Is someone gonna creep in through that crack?
Yeah, my dog maybe.
I don't like doors half open like that.
I give a shit.
No.
I give a shit. Does it bother you?
Yeah, it does.
Then I'm leaving it.